Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the south, more specifically Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and I am in front of an attraction known now as Beyond the Lens. Now, a couple months ago, I came here when this attraction first opened, and it opened under a completely different name. It was called National Enquirer Live. It was a attraction based off the tabloid, the National Enquirer. And in the meantime, something changed, something happened, because very shortly, within a month or so, they changed their name to Beyond the Lens. And they still had some of the National Enquirer exhibits in there, but it appears that they have dropped the National Enquirer theming completely, and they are now an attraction called Beyond the Lens. So we're going to go in today and see what's different, what's new, what is the crux of the current attraction Beyond the Lens. So, follow me. I do really still like the theming of the building, the collapsed tower. It blends in well with the other sites here in Pigeon Forge, like the Titanic across the street there. Now these posters here used to be mock-ups of front pages from the National Enquirer. Now they just kind of talk about some of the experiences in there. Apparently we got some VR, we've got a Kaleidoscope tunnel, and we can walk on the moon. It's a very impressive entrance here of the camera lens. And then we see the tower up there with the clock dangling by a wire. Got the very velvety rope right here. We head in through the lens. Here you can explore the top YouTube channels. Let's see if any of my videos are on here. No, just a bunch of clips from Jimmy Fallon. It's a giant screen that just runs through different celebrities' social media status, social rankings, who has the most followers. I guess you have different celebrities pop up on the screen. It'll shows where they rank on social media. This guy, this guy, Donald Trump, #2 on Twitter, only #10 on Instagram, and only #8 on Facebook. Mr. Timberlake is #3 on Twitter. Oh, it changed again. Nicki Minaj, #8 on Twitter, #3 on Instagram, #6 on Facebook. She does pretty good for herself. Celebrity phones. Take a peek. We have Taylor Swift's phone. How do we unlock it? Oh, we gotta unlock it like a regular phone. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see what she has in her. She doesn't have Instagram. We'll see what her photos are. Mostly pictures of herself and her cats. There's a picture of her petting a cat. Let's see who she's been messaging. Kanye. Hey Tay, we still good for the 27th? Of course, can't wait to see Psalm. I'm just getting over a cold, so I'll have to wash my hands real good before I hold him. These are references I'm not understanding. Still have good old Sasquatch here though. Alright, heading into the human kaleidoscope. It's quite an impressive visual there. Experience the red carpet. See the paparazzi all taking my photo as I... and I walk by. Oh, there we go. Well, they do to give you a photo card, which I noticed does still say National Enquirer on it. And this lets you scan the different photo ops. First photo op is this bullet time, where you stand right here and it takes a 360 video of you. There you can see the dynamic bullet time video. There's different stations where you can scan your card. Oh, they have a green screen photo taken. All right, this is the 6 degrees of celebrity based on the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. You have to pick 2 celebrities and it will connect them by a certain number of separations. Let's add Rory Calhoun, Miley Cyrus. So we're going to connect Rory Calhoun and Miley Cyrus. See how many degrees of separation there are? We have Rory Calhoun. He was in How to Marry a Millionaire with Lauren Bacall, who was in Diamonds with Dan Aykroyd, who was in Saturday Night Live with Miley Cyrus. There you go, folks. You can't get more than 6 degrees away. It's physically impossible. All right, we enter the hall of, whoa, celebrity impersonators. Oh, he's got an axe.
Was that like his entire resume?
And this room used to be the history of National Enquirer magazine. Looks like they've filled it with some pop culture exhibits. We've actually got vintage video games from each time period. Over here in the 1970s, we have an Atari. Oh, I forget which game this is, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know if we're supposed to shoot the butterflies or... Oh, okay. We make frogs jump up. Oh, and they eat the bugs. And this giant Nintendo pad, and we have Super Mario Brothers 3. We're in the 90s. We have one of my favorite video game systems of all time, the Sega Genesis. And representing Super Nintendo in the 2000s, we have Donkey Kong Country, even though that really came out in the 90s. Then here's the Break the Internet simulator, where you get to simulate the famous picture of Kim Kardashian spraying champagne on her own butt. Here's the celebrity dance-off. I guess you try to square off against celebrities in a dance contest. Alright, so right now I'm a bird.
Bend over.
Bend over. You bend over.
Bend over. Back up.
And I'm an owl now. Oh, wow. Let's try again. We'll bend over.
Yep.
Now I'm a bear.
Yeah.
Roar. Roar, roar. Alright, they have a couple escape rooms in here we can try out. Alright, so I guess to beat the escape room, we start by sitting in this chair.
Welcome, and congratulations. You chose to sit on the bright red button, activating the critical failure gas dispersal system. Unless you disarm the device before the countdown ends, you will be blasted with critical failure gas and spend the remainder of your life as a total loser. What? So you had better work quickly. And remember, don't release that button.
Okay, so I can't sit up off the button. Let me see if I can get my hand under there.
You lose. You lose.
I lost.
You are a total
You gotta hold it down with your hand.
Okay.
Not sit on it.
Ha 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 ha.
Alright, I'm gonna try this again. Instead of sitting on the chair, I will put my foot on it.
You've already failed again here.
I failed again.
You lose hard.
There's a photo op where you can sit on $1 billion. These are all hundreds. Still in there pretty good. This used to be the blue dot room. It is now turned into the Wall Defenders dodgeball game. Let's start. Okay, incoming. We gotta break the asteroids with these dodgeballs here. I survived. Nice. Some vestigial pieces of the National Enquirer attraction. This whole wall is papered with National Enquirer pages. Let's see, how does Barbie pose? Beyond the Lens presents the President of the United States. We have Donald Trump, our current president. Then some past presidents, Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, and Barack Obama. And of course, Billy Graham. Here we have the presidential time machine. We can age the presidents. We got Reagan there. Let's make him older, younger, older. Just like a sliding bar here. Old, young. What are the presidents we got? Who is that? Oldify yourself so we can tell who you are. Apparently, Nixon's face just stretched. As he grew older. We got next. I think that's Lyndon Johnson. Oh, look. He turns into Droopy Dog. Get the headless Elvis Presley here. There's Michael Jackson resting in his hyperbaric chamber. Oh, look at his creepy eyes. Oh, you can see his chest going up and down too. And there's an older version of Michael up there, precariously dangling blanket off a balcony. All right, it's one of the cooler parts of the attraction, the Bigfoot section. This is actually really impressive here. This is a log of Bigfoot sightings. Now the orange spots are actually have photos. This is near Chicago, in Chicago almost. See the Chicago Bigfoot. Oh, there you go. The footprint of a Sasquatch, and I can tell that's Chicago because of how dirty the snow is. Jeez, I just got jump scared. That's new. They added a screaming box. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, you can hear the compressed air pumping. And here's their outhouse scene. The big difference I can tell is they used to have National Enquirers there for you to read while you pooped, but they got rid of them. Here is their quite impressive Sasquatch. They have a whole section on different conspiracies involving the JFK assassination. There's a mock-up of the rifle used to shoot JFK. Let's push the button to start. The government theory.
A third and fatal shot is fired from the same window. This bullet strikes John F. Kennedy in the rear of his head and passes in fragments through his skull.
And here we have a mock-up of the O.J. crime scene where the grisly murders took place. It says this is a knife that was found during construction on O.J.'s house in 1998, saying it's not the murder knife. And then one of the Bruno Magli shoes that O.J. was allegedly wearing. Pretty sad exhibit here on John Benet Ramsey, the little girl that was murdered, the beauty pageant participant. And again, I do see that the National Enquirer has not completely been removed. This is a full issue of the National Enquirer bolted down here. Here is a boat talking about Scott Peterson dumping his wife's body. I'm not sure if this is actually the boat or just one similar. Oh, look, you can see the corpse of Lacey Peterson wrapped up there. That's pleasant. All right, here's an entire section on the British Royals. They're guarded by these two very serious looking mannequins right here. All right, we got another one of these aging machines. We have the Prince of England here. We can slide that and cause him to gain or lose his voluptuous hair. Now here's a fun one. This is a simulator where you can see how certain people could become the king or queen of England. Currently it's Queen Elizabeth II, and you got to see who has to die in order for certain people to become leader. So let's see. Who are we gonna try? Let's see what has to happen for Lady Louise Windsor to become queen. Who needs to die? Oh, all those people need to die. Freaking massacre. Whoa. Barely anyone survived the bloody reign of Lady Louise Windsor. Was the moon landing a hoax? Find out below. Well, let's find out. It says, can you find all 5 theories? Use the joystick to search for different objects. So I'm going to move the joystick. Okay.
Theory 2. With no atmosphere and no wind on the moon, why does the American flag seem to be moving in numerous videos?
The happy little alien here greeting us to the alien egg ball pit. This is interesting. This used to be the social media room. Looks like they've put in several interactive rides. Now this used to actually be the social media room, but they've added a bunch of virtual reality rides. Right here on Finger Coaster, we can actually make our own roller coaster. So we just trace the path of the roller coaster with our finger. Let's make it super awesome. All right, that looks like a fun roller coaster. There we go. Let's hop aboard. Oh, this is the most poorly designed roller coaster ever. Oh. In all fairness, I know very little about roller coaster design. Oh, here we go. All right, so this is walk the plank. You simulate, I guess, walking off a plank. That's basically what I would call a fear of heights simulator. All right, so here's some of the photos I took at some of the different stations. There's me afraid of dinosaurs. It's me at Super Mario. There's me as Kim Kardashian balancing a champagne glass on my rear. It's me with $1 billion. Oh, such good memories. Here's me on the moon. Here's me in the bullet time. All right, so thank you for joining me here today at Beyond the Lens. Previously, National Enquirer Live. So a lot of cool stuff to do here. I must say, the standout thing to do here is the walk the plank thing. It is absolutely horrifying. It is like a simulation of every fear you may have about heights. And wow, I'm a little shook up. I should make you sign a waiver beforehand because it's so intense. But it's virtual reality. It's completely safe in all reality. It just messes with your brain in every possible way. If you'd like to see other places I've been, please check the interactive map in the description. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider buying a t-shirt, consider purchasing a smashed penny, consider donating to Patreon. A $3 more donation a month will get you a postcard, and all that information is in the description. But for now, this one's in the bag.